it and take a little tour at those big pipes going up. It's amazing.
Yeah, it really is. And there were only about a dozen made back in the 20s, and it's the only one left in its original theater location, and it's the only one that's still playing.
But who's going to play it this year? Is it going to be...
It's Bob.
Oh, okay. Oh, Bob.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
It's going to be me.
I did have the opportunity when they played at our silent auction, listen to me, the Silent Film Festival when we did Phantom.
Yes.
And that was amazing.
Yes. And this movie, it was done in 1922, as Bud said, and it's become a cult movie now. Mm-hmm. It was made in Germany, and it's one of the very, very first presentations of Dracula. And the guy in this movie is truly very scary, but not so scary that you couldn't bring your family and children, because there's no reality as far as blood and guts and that sort of thing that they show today. So this truly is an entertaining movie for the Halloween season for families.
And you'll be playing the Wurlitzer right at those appropriate moments, I would think.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, that's what makes it exciting.
Yeah, Bob plays all the way through the film.
Really?
Every single frame he accompanies.
Awesome. How is the Wurlitzer doing these days? I think last we had it about 50% up to par. How's it playing right now?
It's still about 50%. It's still 50%, but it's it was built incredibly well. And in next spring, it will go out and be totally refurbished and rebuilt and come back all bright and shiny and new and sounding like $1 million.
That's exciting.
Now, gentlemen, how did you get involved in this and when?
Well, we started working on this project about 5 or 6 years ago, and it's just a slow process to go through and find out what's working, what's not working, raising money, getting support. And then to help with all this, we've been doing the silent films for the last couple of years, and it really makes a big difference in awareness of the project.
That sounds so exciting.
And Bud's also really instrumental in bringing all those shows over to Sturgis as well. He has quite a resume himself. Bud, what do we have coming up real quick here?
Well, I've moved on to the California Theater and these film series totally now, because it's much more encompassing than...
Absolutely.
And that's all been turned over, and it's going very, very well. They've got a big Halloween show coming up the same weekend that we're doing Nosferatu. They've got some outside goings on. They've got Jekyll and Hyde, which is a new production that they're mounting right at Sturgis with a professional company, and it's a fabulous, fabulous production.
And you actually did outside auditions for that, didn't you?
Yes, they did. They did outside.
How did that go?
I wasn't a part of that, but I hear it went very, very well. They have been rehearsing in Los Angeles, and looking forward to a really terrific evening with that.
And also, while we have you gentlemen on the line, we got tickets for the performance next weekend, which would be on October 15th at 2 p.m. in the afternoon. Yes. Whoa, that's going to be really cool. Then you can bring the little ones. Hey, I can go because I'm the little one. I'm the shortest one in the bunch, so I can go.
Well, we like to do matinees because the older people that come to these events like to get home early.
That's true.
And, so
before it gets dark and scary.
Exactly.
And particularly being close to Halloween.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. And you never know who's out there tricking and treating.
I'd like to find out, yeah. And also, if everyone that's listening, all of our listeners, if you would like to call in to start getting tickets, the number is 1-888-909-1050. Again, that number is 1-888-909-1050. And you could call this evening and also Monday through Friday from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. Again, that's Monday through Friday from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m., and you have to pick the tickets up by 4 o'clock on Friday afternoon. And we have the tickets right here, so if you want to come and see this fantastic thing and hear that music, that's going to be so cool. I cannot wait for that.
That was just incredible.
Yes. Give us a call, and you can get free tickets for this. That's pretty cool, huh?
That's wonderful. That's wonderful.
And those that aren't that lucky, the tickets are not very expensive at all.
For getting to hear something like that.
Yes.
Amazing.
To see, to hear that Wurlitzer.
Once in a lifetime.
And they are, you can find out more information by contacting the California Theater of Performing Arts. They have all their scheduling and information on Facebook. You should like them anyway and become their friend. And you can also contact them at 909-885-5152 and also www.californiatheater.net, and you can get tickets.
Yes.
And look at the whole lineup, because it just gets better and better.
And better and better. And now, gentlemen, I want to thank you both for calling in today and talking to us. Is there one last thing you would like to say about yourselves for the performance that is coming up?
Well, I'd like to say that we have 2 other films coming up. Next spring we have Mary Pickford in Sparrows.
Ooh.
And that's a fabulous afternoon, and we will have a special guest. In the movie, there's a little girl who works a lot with Mary Pickford in the movie, and the little girl, when she grew up, had this wonderful daughter who's going to be on stage talking about her mom's experience being in the movie with Mary Pickford.
Oh, that's going to be so terrific.
And then in April, we're doing Harold Lloyd's Safety Last. That's the one where Harold is hanging from the clock hands of the city. And we will have his granddaughter, Sue Lloyd, speaking from stage about Grandpa Harold Lloyd.
How nice.
Oh, this is going to be so cool.
I wanted to tell Bud and Bob, but especially Bud, I just want to thank you, because there's not too many people that will put the devotion, dedication, the time it takes to keep this enthusiasm and the history and what it takes to keep that Wurlitzer up. And you've just devoted so much time. And there is actually a group that you belong to that devotes time to that.
Yes, we've had a lot of help, a lot of volunteer help from various people, and now we've moved on to some professional help. And the people who are doing the actual restoration are some of the top restoration companies the company in the country as far as the Wurlitzer Theater Organ is concerned. So it's a lot of people, both professional and amateur. So it's a big project, and a lot of people are really excited about it.
Thank you for caring.
That is so good. Well, gentlemen, thank you so much for your time. We will see you next weekend over at the theater, California Theater of Performing Arts, right down here in lovely San Bernardino on 4th Street. So you guys have a good week, and we'll see you next weekend.
You got it.
Okay, thank you. It's great talking to you both.
You're welcome.
Bye, Bud.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
And we're going to take a small break. If you just tuned in, you're listening to Let's Go Shopping with Bev, co-host Diane, second co-host Christina, and we are here at the lovely Carousel Mall in San Bernardino, KCAA 1050 AM, the station that leaves no listener behind. And I hope you're tuning in. And the phone number for more information is 909-797-8291. Again, that number is 909-797-8291. Thank you. Now, Eric, who's next? I see these lights are flashing again.
Yeah, we have. Hold on real quick. Let me get the little paper that'll help me with it.
Okay.
And we have Martha Green from Big Hearts for Little Hearts.
Thank you. Hi, Martha. How are you?
Hi. How are you?
Hey, Martha. Nice to hear.
Good.
I saw you this morning in your wonderful restaurant, Delectables, eating room and Delectables.
Yes. Well, I'm sorry. I didn't have more time. I've been out riding my bike. So,
oh, really?
I was just I ride my bike every day, 15 miles or 20 miles, and I own a bakery, so I need to ride that bike because I'm my own best customer.
And you look fabulous, darling.
Well, thank you, and it's much better to look good than to feel good.
Oh, yes.
Amen, sister. Amen.
Let's give that a hand.
And I was just listening to that great interview about the California Theater. I love that place, and they're bringing so many wonderful things.
They are. Yes.
I know, and it's so close to home, you know. We can all go over there and enjoy it.
Yeah, basically it's right around the corner for some people, and for other people it's a skip and a hop and a jump, and you're right there.
Exactly.
Yes.
Exactly. Well, we've got two accents going here. Yours sound like you're from Brooklyn.
Yes.
And here I am from the South.
And that's why we get along so much.
Exactly. Well, the South's going to rise again, so get ready.
Oh, yes. And
we're ready for something to wreck. Oh, never mind.
Yeah, and my favorite part of the South, Martha, I kid you not, is Savannah.
Oh, well, I lived in Savannah. That's where I moved from Savannah to San Bernardino, California in 1966.
Can I ask you why?
I was married to a pilot in the Air Force, and we were moved from Hunter Air Force Base in Savannah, Georgia, to Norton Air Force Base, and started flying a new plane, the 141, at Norton. Yes, that's how I got out here, and I've been here ever since.
Well, I'll tell you, when I semi-retire, you know, maybe in about another 20 years, I want to go back, and I'll tell you what, I'll take you with me.
Well, good. And I tell you, I'm taking a big southern, it's called the Southern Charm Tour. I'm taking it to Savannah and Charleston and Jekyll Island on April 22nd through the 28th.
No kidding.
So if anybody's interested, they can call and get on that tour if they'd like to. It's going to be a good one.
Well, Martha, I know you're always flying high. You're still flying high, and now you're doing something. You do something almost daily because you have such a big heart. And today you're talking about Big Hearts for Little Hearts.
Oh, absolutely. This is something that's very near and dear to me, and because I'm on the board of the Children's Hospital. And, you know, the Children's Hospital at Loma Linda does so many things for children all over the Inland Empire and even further. You know, any child that is brought there is just, you know, even though they're in bad shape or whatever, they're lucky. And they have a group there called Big Hearts for Little Hearts, an auxiliary of ladies that really care about children and pull out all the stops to do all they can for the children in the community through the Loma Linda University Children's Hospital. And this year we're having a big cooking class. It's next Tuesday, October the 11th, from 5:30 to 8:30. It's at the Orange Show showgrounds there in San Bernardino. And if anybody out there is interested at all in more information or making a reservation, they can call Dolores at 909-938-7237. And she'll take your reservation and tell you all about it. It is $50, but all of that money goes as a donation to the Children's Hospital. So you're coming and getting entertained, eating good food, and also doing something great for the children.
Now, Martha, correct me if I'm wrong, you are going to be doing some of the cooking, aren't you?
I'm going to be doing all the
cooking.
Oh, all the cooking.
Yeah, it's all demonstration, and everything that we cook or that we demonstrate, you get to eat. And we are making, I think there's 8 or 9 dishes, everything from soup to nuts, if you will. We have a lovely soup, and we have a wonderful cinnamon bread. We have a baked oatmeal. We have a stuffed manicotti. We have a couple of wonderful salads. We are doing my best salad that I think that I have ever done for anybody. I've never made it that people didn't beg me for the recipe. And, of course, I'm in the business of sharing recipes, so I'm happy to do that. But that's a fabulous grape salad. And it would be good to do now. And, you know, grapes, even in December, come in from Chile to all of the stores here. They're just delicious right now. The best red flame Kivas grapes I've tasted. So we're doing that. And we're doing a couple of desserts. So it's going to be a real wonderful evening. We have a new company, the Temecula Olive Oil Company, that's going to be there with their olive oils, and she's given us olive oil for everybody to taste, and I'm bringing freshly made bread, so you can just have a feast fest. You know what? And sit down.
A lot of people don't realize too. You also show people as you're doing this ways to decorate as well, how to decor the food and the table. And are you going to be doing that again? You usually do that with the team.
Yes, we will.
I don't know.
Derek,
I was wondering if it was Derek.
Okay. But Derek Vasquez is usually there, and he's probably the most talented person I know. So he can take, 2 bottles and a napkin and do something with it. You go, how in the heck did he